Now, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has urged members of parliament to be ambassadors of the recently unveiled Hustler Fund, which is aimed at improving the lives of Kenyans across the country. Gachagua, who was speaking during the opening of the National Assembly Majority Party Parliamentary Conference on Legislative Matters at Windsor Golf Club today. Tiffany Wamboi has more.
Following the newly launched Hustler Fund by President William Ruto, the government is now calling on legislators to be at the forefront in the rollout of the fund, as they will be actively involved in the process. Speaking after opening the National Assembly Majority Party Parliamentary Conference on Legislative Matters at Windsor Golf Club in Nairobi, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua urged the lawmakers to engage members in their constituencies in explaining the fund and encourage them to pay back what they borrow.
The Hustler Fund has been rolled out, and the President wants, when you go for recess, to continue explaining to our people the way it is operating, and most importantly, to urge them to pay. You have heard these characters from the other side of Azimio telling people to borrow the money and not to pay, which is very retrogressive thinking. That should not happen in areas where you have been elected, and we are urging you to be the ambassadors of the Hustlers Fund during the recess and take time to talk to the business people, to the young people, to the hustler nation, that there is value in borrowing that money and keep on paying and increasing their chances to borrow more.
The Deputy President also asked the members of Parliament to be at the forefront in the implementation of recommendations by the Presidential Working Party on education reforms, requesting them to allocate money from the National Government Constituency Development Fund, that is NGCDF, for construction of classrooms and laboratories for junior secondary schools. He urged them to consider the use of the funds during their recess period.
We want to urge you, during your recess, to go and plan with the teachers and the BOMs on how using the money from the National Government Fund, CDF, how to put up the junior secondary school. And we want to lead by example. If this divide of our politics start by way of example, because we are government, using CDF funds to put up the junior secondary school within a very short time, the rest of the country will follow suit.
Millions of Kenyans have so far registered for the Hustler Fund, with reports stating that 2.9 billion Kenya shillings had already been disbursed by the end of last week.
In campaigning for President Ruto.
Reporting for Hope TV Newswatch, I'm Tiffany Wamboi.